Let's back to the time when Konami is still a god. To be honest, this logo was a sign of cool in that period. Even though it was a crazy time, Konami's game was always not bad. If some kids don't know Castlevania or Metal Gear Solid, just tell him the name of Yu-Gi-Oh! And kids will shit their pants. Actually, Konami made a game which is not that famous on GBA 2001. It was a normal day in 2007. My sister stepped in my room and said, hey, what about playing some shitty game on GBA? Of course he didn't say that, I'm just kidding. There is a fatal bug in the Chinese version of Pokemon. It causes an error. We were so sad missing that game. But you know that there's always a game there need to be played, right? So at that time, I met her. Today, it's not that hard to buy a game, but even if I got a card. But sadly, I don't have a GBA, so I guess we have to play the game in an old way. You won't believe it. But you should know it. Come on, say hello. I guess I forget the floppy disk. By the way, because of that, visual and advanced was in the first bunch of words I knew in English. To be honest, I don't think smashing on the keyboard is a good idea, so I must pretend I'm playing it on console. What to do? Oh. So this is the title screen. The name of the game is Meine Liebe, which means my love in German. Actually, when I saw the screen for the first time, I'm a little confused. Obviously, this is a game with fantasy style. I think maybe it's an RPG? Whatever. You have to set the name, nickname, and blood type at first, then draw. I don't know if this will help. At least it can be a destiny indicator, right? Playing as the heroine, we got three besties. The gold-haired one is Wilhelmine, rich man's daughter. The red-haired one is Maureen. The cool one is August. The heroine and these girls are here to attend a noble school in Europe. I don't know, I guess it is Europe. You may find that the character settings are common. I mean, you can barely find everything you want from these girls, aka full coverage guaranteed. But wait a second, behold, the boys next door. After the opening ceremony, the boys will show up in a specific condition. Almost all of the boys will appear on a fixed date. I said almost all. One day you pass by and saw this handsome guy just beat the shit out of his senior in a duel. Then after a short talk, they know each other. What a coincidence. This guy is the man who is in the middle of the cover, named Orpheus. Then you know this cool guy named Edward, who jumped out the window when he first met you. You know this oriental beauty Naoji, then the straight-A student Ludwig. Look at this guy, it's just like he was in Castlevania staff yesterday. The boys are extra full coverage guaranteed, as you can see. There are all 17 in the game, but the designer is a mind reader for the players who don't like non-adult. They set a 27-year-old secret agent Isaac for those players in the middle of the game. Actually, after the opening ceremony, boys already showed themselves as members of Shutalalu, the core team of the school, but we couldn't see their faces. Marine said that everybody's here for hunting them. So that's the objective, huh? So the situation is pretty clear now. Players need to get a boy they like. The cover says the game is a beautiful boy dating game. Man, if my classmates know I was there thinking about how to get a boy in the game all day long with it beating Pokemon or Kirby, I'm gonna be a lonely shit in the next day. By the way, the character designer is Yuki Kaori, who is the author of Arcane. Maybe it's because I played this game as a kid. When I watched Lelouch the Rebellion by Clam for the first time, I quickly accepted the stick-like figure and sharp lines on the face. What a coincidence. The first GBA game I played is Chucky's. So after the ceremony, you're good to go. You can do only one thing in a whole day, and since you made a decision, you keep doing it automatically till the next Sunday. Only on Sunday you could make a single day decision or just hang out with somebody, so you may sleep the whole week. This always happens during the game. If you want to raise the love level, just date someone. Go straight and phone him. Pick the date and the place. Sometimes there's a festival or new drama. The dialogue should be different, and he or she is more likely to accept the invitation. You can't just invite somebody to a place that happens nothing, right? There are 5 outfits available and one choice to make when dating. If you choose the right option, they will be happy, but if you choose the wrong option, you will see the funny faces. It's so hilarious, I'm loving it. The thing you do most should be developing yourself. Those actions allow you to develop well-rounded, so they are choices. Because connections are among the subject. Studying and painting may raise all the numbers randomly, but could also reduce the level of sports ability. You may forget the knowledge if you forget to study in a long period. The only thing you should never forget is sleeping, which could let you keep healthy. If you don't remember to reduce the level of toil, you will fall. Sometimes worse, you may catch a cold. You will never want to let that happen during the choice making, because it will ruin your days for a long time. There is a doctor in the school. You can often go to his place and ask for information of somebody. What does he like, birthday, blah blah, and then check the map of your relationship. If you treat this game as a real life, there's always only one boy who doesn't hate you. So what can I do? I guess I can't just put all the boys in my basket, right? Or can I? No, you can't. This is not Persona 5. If you do that, you won't get your bonus scene. On the contrary, you will drop your rate to devil. Doctor would give you some sarcastic words. I think the only thing she didn't do is to call you bitch. Because of that, you must refuse the guy you don't like when he is waiting to be a night after class. This will help in beating the game. In October 5th, you are able to join the club. I joined the art club. The tiny figure here will tell you who is the boss of this gym. What a coincidence. Offerus rose here. So the club here may help on getting the boy. Am I here for studying? It has been 1 month. I gotta visit the doctor and check the map. What is this, a bomb? Why there's a bomb? Does that indicate the girl is going to explode? Actually, that says the girl is so sad. She is about to explode for some reason you may not know. For example, you saw her in the hallway and pretended you didn't, or you accepted the night request, which means she witnesses. If you leave it, the bomb will explode, and everything will have a bad impression of you. Looks like she said something bad about you at school. To deal with it, you have to visit the doctor frequently. You see the bomb, you defuse it through a dating, then you are safe for now. When everything goes well, there will be a specific person praising you. Is there only 9 persons in the school? But school is school. There are middle exam and final exam. If you don't work hard, you will fail the exam. Nothing happens though. If you are a good student, you will be able to join the Shutalaru. This is really important in the game. Of course, your besties will be there too. So there are only 9 persons in the school, right? On April the 12th, girls are going to have a picnic. Then your besties will fight a side war just like what happened in the 25th episode of Gintama. You can ask them about the boys indirectly. If you guess right, you are able to think the strategy much better. But actually, in the middle of the game, boys will ask for your help in Shutalaru, and one girl will show up, then that is your enemy. At this time, you can leave the job to her or stick to your mind. Of course, it causes the bomb. So I wonder if the picnic could help. Here comes the new year. We got one chance to set a target. The target will shine when he meets you. It's funny. You can do the same thing in the second year. If you choose that person again, he will shine brighter. This will let the player think it is near beating the game. In the second year, you may find that there is barely no different with the first year. But when the vacation comes, this 9 person goes to a villa. You can still do the same thing in the school. Here comes Isaac. On the first day, you meet him. Then the next day, he saves your ass from fire. Just listen to his music, the bass line was so wild, somebody may regard he as Yori Yagami or something. Then you are able to write letter to Isaac, but what's different? You can't date him. What you can do is just write a letter. At the beginning you have no topic, then you can write I'm a worry about you. But who knows, he's a secret agent. The game is really short. After the second wish, the game is almost over. The ending is on the graduation party, let's check it out. What does she mean? Drugs? What drug? Drug who? No way! Fuck! Fuck! She drugged her classmate just for a dance. Is this fucking necessary? I don't understand. The pills are not missiles, they can't locate the owner, right? Or it's just like Rick and Morty? Interesting. Imagine you are watching the last episode of Phineas and Ferb. Then some guy jumped into the screen and drugged your favorite character, Perry the Platypus. Can you imagine that? I can't. So it's about time. That's it. This may be the only shit point in this game. As you can see, the graphics are good. The system are pretty good. The characters are masterpiece. But no, there's always a drag master here waiting to set a bomb in the player's asshole. She's fucking invincible! It's just like you step into a restaurant and order for a cup of mashed potatoes. And before you eat it, the clerk said, "Hey sir, you forget the most secret ingredients." The secret ingredients? What is it? You asked, and it says, "It's shit soup." Yeah, it's shit soup! And you know what will the nerd do? You know the rules. And so do I. Ass! Fuck! But you know what's the worst? You can find all possible endings in the official fan book. You can see that August aims at Edward, Wilhelmina aims at Ludwig, but Marin, this motherfucking bitch, aimed at everybody, even including the secret agent Isaac. But Isaac is not even here. Isaac is not even in the fucking school. God damn it, he's not a student. He's already fucking 27. How do you even know him? Did he put a straw magnet in his asshole so he can be here today? What an asshole. The bad ending shocked me when I was a kid. The game is not that long to beat, especially using the turbo. But even I make all the choice I know correctly, it still doesn't work. I don't understand, is there any other variables that influence the game? Actually, there are other variables like that. All the things you don't know isn't the official guidebook, but I'm not available to find it in 2007, so the bad ending became a nightmare. But now, everything is different. I have to find out by myself. First of all, dating is not that easy. If you wear the right clothes, you make the first move. That is easy, just dress like the person. According to the love level, the other one's attitude will be different. Ideally, he will wait at the door of the dormitory and send you back to the dormitory after the dating is done. Or he will be tired in the middle. There will be special scenes at certain places on certain dates, such as being carried after a foot injury or being rescued from the wheels, riding a horse together in the sunset, etc. You have to get all those events. Later, he will treat you as the boss, and even come to date you frequently. As for further information, the guidebook gives you a chart. Oh Jesus, I never see it coming, it's so complicated. Your status is also of great significance. Those 5 outfits for dating aren't something you can wear whenever you want. If you are too fat or too thin due to the poor lifestyle, some outfits will be banned, and you can only go out in a set of clothes that the other person don't like. The level of appearance and body conditions in the middle of the screen is rise and fall all in a sudden. Even if you sleep often to keep yourself away from cold, you'd better have a plan to deal with Marine at the end. But to be honest, I think those 2 values are real. In the real life, we often feel that our condition is very good today. Maybe after only 2 days, your face turns into a piece of shit. After another 2 days, we'll be back again. It comes like a wind. The vacation is important too. During the vacation, the bomb won't work, so you'd better stop worrying about the states. Just focus and defuse the bomb. By the way, I really lost my shit when I see Marine again. But no, I have to drink the fucking hot chocolate with her. I have to defuse her fucking bomb. I'm just thinking about dating her and blow her fucking head off in the forest using a big fucking gun 9000 like Adler.
It was never personal.
According to the guidebook, before the final showdown, we have to make sure that we got all the states higher than 180. After that, somebody need more. For example, Ludwig needs you to be a straight A student too. Orpheus need you to be a master on art. Skill branch is not tolerated. But time here is much more than Persona 4 the Golden, so it's pretty easy to be a master at all. Alright, now I've got the key. Ready to die, you son of a bitch. Nobody could steal, Meine Liebe from me. So I'm gonna put your fucking head in my fucking asshole and fart wet. So come on, let's do this. I can't understand though. This could avoid the drug infection? Let's find out. Alright, that should be okay. Let's check the ending. You know what? Fuck it. I give up. As for Isaac, if your letter is excellent, your states meets the requirement, mark him in the 2nd year, the magnet in his ass will work. In the ending, he will pick you up in the hall. I think his ending is pretty good. He said he is going to leave the country, so he have to eliminate everybody who know his identity. Then the heroine says, "Go ahead, my life is yours." Then he says, "You know what? Fuck the duty. I will take you. I'm already unworthy being an agent." Oh Jesus, the music. Everybody here is listening to your bass line. I mean, look at this. Seems like Yagami is planning an instant killing combo. After all, this game feels like some kind of examination. If you don't pay attention to it, you will impossible to get a full score. Of course, if you don't do it on purpose, you won't get a goose egg too. The ending is the judge, but the difference is that as long as you can't get a score of 95% or higher, you will only have roasted diarrhea to eat tonight. The reason why you won't get a goose egg is also very simple, because you have nothing to do except to raise the state. Everyone may want to lower the number toil and go to sleep, but if that never reach 80, you will never meet the boy named Camille in front of the garden. In addition, the game also sets up special events for those freshmen and those troublemaker. If you mess with both boys and girls, no one will take you to the prom in the first year, and you can only find a place to hang out like a piece of shit on New Year's Day. At this time, you will meet one of the boys. I guess this is probably here to pity you and remind you to treat the game seriously. You got a job to do. As you can see, I'm not the audience of this game, but back to then, I can vaguely feel as if I have learned something from this game. At that time, I think that if I was the heroine and no special events existed at all, you would never know the person deeply inside. People will always get tired of asking you to go to the same place and have the same conversation all day long, but it's only during special events where their personalities come out that I feel like it's a living character. Second, since the boys are designed like they are just in somebody's dream, there must be something worth learning in real life. For example, it was because I played this game when I was a child that I have a vague understanding of the fact that different people have to treat in different styles to get along. I also noticed how elegant and generous the characters are. Third, there's no scores of states in real life. But if you can know yourself just like playing this game, I don't know, maybe the life that way should be totally different. So at that point, the game like this is quite positive. But I still think Marlene is a piece of shit. Dismiss. But it's not over yet. Do you still remember the conversation between the boys? The world here is obviously not satisfied with this level of completion, and the story may not come to an end. In fact, beyond the fan book,
昔ルイが教えてくれた外の世界。
しかしこんなところでのんびりしてていいのかね。
もし私だとしたら、
もしバレたら退学者だぜ。
やはりお止めした方が。
お前がニコルを殺した。
So obviously, the animation may be a symbol of doing a storytelling-focused work. But after all, I think there's no sequel for this game, right? Thank you for watching the first episode of GameNostalgia. You may found that the whole show is an angry video game nerd reference, so I have to say, bingo, the show is here to show my love and respect to James. Thank you, James. You gave me a really good childhood in the aspect of video games. It helps me a lot through the dark days, and it also gives me ability to keep being interesting. Believe it or not, that is really important in the real life. The show achieves my nerd dream too. I've wanted to do this since I was a kid. But luckily, 10 years later, the show is finally here. I will be very honored if you laugh the shit out watching it. So, Happy New Year! 新年快乐!